Okay, so all of the graphs, that we did yesterday all shared one same characteristic, and that was that they all were right on the y-axis, okay? Now, remembering that when we first started talking about this on Monday, I told you this is the general form of the equation for a quadratic function. If you look at all of the equations that Rachel used to get those graphs, what is similar about all of those equations? There's no b. Okay, good. For all of these right here, b equals 0. So one thing that you should remember now and forever when you're graphing parabolas is if b equals 0, then the parabola will be on the y-axis. Okay? So in all of the problems that we do from now on, if you ever come across a case where b is equal to 0, you can ignore, forget all of the things that I'm about to show you, and just do it the old way like you just did, where you go -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, plug them in, and you'll get a nice parabola centered on the y-axis, okay? What we're going to do today is we are going to take a look at parabolas where b is not 0, okay? And things get
tricky
crazy when we do this, okay? So we're going to do this process in 2 steps. Today, all we're going to do is we're going to focus on finding the coordinates of the vertex of the parabola. Okay? Can anyone tell me from what we talked about on Monday what the vertex of the parabola is? Jacob.
It's
the middle point. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. So this is my parabola. The vertex is that point right there in the middle. Okay? So today what we're going to do is we're going to figure out how to find the coordinates of that point. And then tomorrow we're going to figure out how we can use that to make the graph. All right? Are you ready? It's going to be fun. Okay, so this is a formula equation that you should write down because you probably won't remember it. But to find the x coordinate of the vertex is -b, whoa, uh-oh. Whew, that was close. The x coordinate of the vertex is going to be -b, or some teachers say the opposite of b divided by 2a. Oh, we're going to do like 10 examples.
Mr. Aldrich.
Oh, yes, I can, because I'm going to give you numbers for b and for a. Okay? All right? Actually, you're going to give me numbers for b and for a. So let's start with y equals, somebody raise your hand and give me the full-on equation for the parabola. Yes?
0.7 and 9.
Okay, so what he meant to say is he wants 0.7x squared plus 9x, and then you want a c on there at the end? What do you want?
A.
12? Okay. Okay. So, Chase is going to be a jerk. And he's going to give us a really difficult one to start with. Okay? So he says, let's take the parabola y equals 0.7x squared plus 9x plus 12 and figure out the x coordinate of the vertex. Okay? So in order to do that, and in order to do a lot of the things that we're going to do in the coming weeks, you need to be able to tell me what's A, what's B, and what's C. What's A? 0.7, because that's the number in front of the x squared. Okay? What's B?
9.
9, because that's the number in front of the x, right? And what's C? 12, because that's the number that's all by itself that nobody loves. Okay, so to find the x-coordinate of the vertex, I'm going to use this little dealio right here. Right, it takes the opposite of b, so since b is plus 0.7, the opposite of that is minus 0.7. And then we, what? No, b was just point. Oh, I didn't even do b, I did a.
Yeah, what do you think?
What am I thinking? Okay, but I still disagree. B isn't negative, B is what? Positive 9. Right? So the opposite of that would be negative 9.
Wait.
Right, so if b is 9, then negative b is negative 9. Okay? So that's why some teachers, instead of saying negative b, make you think of this as saying the opposite of b. So you need to take the opposite of b. So if b is 9, the opposite of that is negative 9. Okay? And then we're going to divide that by 2 times a. What's a?
1.4.
0.7. What's 2 times a?
1.4.
1.4. And now we're going to go to our calculators. Negative 9 divided by 1.4. Ooh, pick me, pick me, pick me. No, pick me. I'm in? What? Hey, Nate? Nate? No talking in class, please. Okay, so in that case, the x-coordinate of our vertex is negative 6.43. Okay, so let me show you the graph so that you can connect that to what the graph looks like. So Chase came up with 0.7x squared plus 9x plus 12. Okay, so let's look at the graph of that. Okay, it's way down there. So I need to be able to see a little bit more of it. Okay, so here's the graph. The vertex is right here, right?
Right.
Can you see that if I drew a line up there, it'd be at about negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish?
Yeah.
So the x-coordinate of that vertex is at negative 6 point whatever. Okay? All right. So even though Chase tried to be a jerk and give us a really difficult one to do, we were able to figure it out. Okay? Not today. Why did I give you graph paper then? No idea. All right, give me another one. Another
7.
quadratic equation.
12.
No, don't tell me numbers. I want something x squared plus or minus something.
12x squared plus 3x
12x squared plus 3x
plus 4.
plus 4.
Next one.
Okay.
Next.
Okay, so let's find the x-coordinate of the vertex of this one. Okay? So the formula is, well, first of all, I guess I need to know a is not 12x squared. A is 12. Okay? A, B, and C are just the numbers, no x's. So A is 12, B is 3, and C is 4. Okay, so to find the x-coordinate, I have to go the opposite of B. So if B is 3, the opposite of B is negative 3, divided by 2a, which is what? 24. Okay? And so that comes out to be negative 0.125. All right? Do you want me to graph that one and show you that also?
No.
No? Nate says yes.
What are you thinking,
3,
Nate?
and 4.
It's last time for me to finish my homework.
12, 3, and 4. So 12x
You gotta check yourself
squared
before you
plus 3x plus 4. And what I'm going to do is, just for funnies, I'm going to show you this calculator has a fun, fancy feature on it that will find the vertex for you. What did we say? Negative 0.125?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just to show you how that goes, I'm going to find the coordinates of the vertex, and you'll see that the x coordinate comes out to be negative 0.125.
Calculators are too
Okay? All right? So, let's do one more. What? Yeah, 24. Right. Okay? Let's do one more example. Okay? Oscar, give me a parabola. Give me a quadratic function. 2x squared
plus 5x minus 4x
minus what?
minus 3.
You said 4 and I wrote 4 and I have a pen.
Okay, so let's go 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. And I know he said plus 5x, but I'm going to change it to minus 5x just so you guys can see how that works. Okay?
Done.
What's A? What's B? Nope. Negative 5. What's C?
Negative 3.
Negative 3. Okay, so if I want to find the x-coordinate of the vertex, I have to go, this is why I wanted to do a negative.
5.
I have to do the opposite of B. So B is negative 5, the opposite is
5.
5. Divided by 2 times A, which is 4. Okay? So the x-coordinate of my vertex would be 5/4. Or if you wanted to write that as a decimal, because everybody loves decimals better than fractions except for Nolan, is 1.25. Okay? So is there anything crazy that I've done? Not really, right? Just the opposite of B divided by 2 times A. No big deal, right? Okay. The crazy part comes when I need to find the y-coordinate of the vertex. Okay? And to do that, I'm going to take made up one from the book so the numbers come out a little bit better. So let's go y equals x squared minus 6x plus 4. So in order to find the y-coordinate, I have to start by finding the x-coordinate, okay, which is okay because that's so easy. The opposite of b is, in this case, 6. A is
1.
1.
Plus 4.
So 2 times A is
1.
2. Okay? Right? Because it says 1x squared. So A is 1, B is negative 6, and C is 4. Right?
What do you see for?
We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Okay.
So 2 times A is 2, correct? And 6 divided by 2 makes 3. So the x-coordinate of the axis of symmetry is 3. Okay, here's how you find the y-coordinate. And this is a little bit gross.
Ew.
A little bit gross. The y-coordinate we find by using this formula right here that they told us. It says y equals that jump, right?
But it doesn't.
Okay, well now we know what x is. So what do you think I do with the x?
Plug it in.
Plug it in. If I plug this x into here, then the answer will be what? Y equals. Okay? Or sometimes they say f of x equals. Don't be fooled by that. It's not a big deal. So I have to take this and plug it in for x. So instead of going x squared, I'm going to go 3 squared. Minus 6 times instead of x, I'm going to write 3 plus 4. So I just took this original equation right there, and I rewrote it. And everywhere I saw an x, I wrote a 3 instead. Okay? And now I just have to figure out that answer.
That's a lot of work.
It is. That's why I said this is a little bit icky. Just a little bit. What's 3 squared?
9.
9. What's 6 times 3?
20. Ooh.
And then plus 4, right? So 9, take away 18, plus 4. 9 minus 18 plus 4 equals negative 5. What? What?
9.
Oh, negative 5.
Yeah.
Okay? So the coordinates of my vertex are 3, negative 5.
Seems like a lot of work.
It is. And it's only halfway there.
What?
We haven't even done the graphs yet. We're just coming up with the vertex.
Are we having a graph?
Tomorrow.
Why?
No, we aren't.
Why? Because I said so.
I don't remember you
That's a
said.
good answer.
Okay?
What do you call these things?
Uno más. Okay, one more.
Oh.
Okay, one more. First step. What's A?
Ooh. -1.
What's A?
-4.
What's A?
-1.
-1. What's B?
4.
What's C?
-2.
Okay, does everybody understand that? Okay, A is -1 because there's a negative in front of the x squared. B is 4 because there's a 4 in front of the x. And C, although we don't care about it yet, is -2 because it's all by itself. So to find the x, I go the opposite of B, which would be
-4.
-4 divided by 2 times A. What's 2 times -1?
-2.
-2. And -4 divided by -2 is 2. Okay, we good with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to take and plug that in for the x's. So I'm going to rewrite this. Instead of writing x, I'm going to write 2 squared plus 4 times 2 minus 2.
Wait.
Because it's
if it was
negative
more.
x squared.
Oh,
Okay, so 2 squared is 4, and then the negative in front makes it -4. 4 times 2 is 8 minus 2. Okay, and then I can go -4 plus 8 minus 2, and that gives me 2. So final answer, x and y coordinates of the vertex,
2, 2.
2 and 2.
2, 2.
All right? I know it's crazy. It just might work.
Okay, I'm ready for this assignment.
Yeah.
Okay, ignore the directions. Just do what we did. Okay? It says all kinds of crazy words in the directions. Don't even worry about that. Just do what we did.